So, when we think of strength, I want you to think about something. I'm going to share a story with you. So, one time, I was sleeping in my bed. I was all cozy and comfy. I had no problem in the world, just relaxing. And I heard somebody breaking in through the window. And I had to be brave and to holler that I had a firearm. I had to holler that, and the person escaped, and I was not slaughtered in my bed. Now, that type of energy that I had to channel, it was a more masculine energy. Maybe you can call it a feminized masculine energy, but I had to channel it in order to keep the criminal away. I was home all alone, and I was living in a very dangerous area, Richmond, Contra Costa County in California, and it was not a pretty time, and we didn't have a pit bull dog at the time or a guard dog. And mind you, there was no cars in the driveway. Usually in California, people leave a bucket car in their driveway to make it seem like they're home, because criminals, if they don't see a car on your driveway and you don't have bars on your window, they're going to try to climb in and rob you blind. This is exactly what that criminal was trying to do. And if I would not have woken up and heard him loudly, well, he wasn't loud, but loud enough to where my ears could pick up the sound of him trying to break the windshield open, then I could have been murdered in my bed, or worse, raped and then murdered, because he wanted to steal a TV or something stupid. So remember, ladies, the energy of masculine energy of bravery, courage, and honor is not exclusive because you have testicles. Your ovaries are just as powerful, because think about it. When we give birth and we hold that baby in our arms, many women go through a change of, I will protect this child with my life. Fearless courage, bravery. A lot of men are confused and think that strength reduces nurturing. Because I have a child, I'm more nurturing and more courageous. When you don't have children, you can be nurturing to other aspects, but and I also understand, even if you do have children, sometimes you don't download that consciousness of the mother bear protector vibe. I understand, but many women do, and it's a change that is needed because our ancestors had to survive, and men are not always there to do everything, and you should not just depend on men to take care of you. You have to do things yourself. You do. You have a teammate, you have a partner, but you get it done with or without him. That's the way it is, because your kids come first before your man, and that's how it is. So again, to serve your children, you must also be strong. To serve your children, you need to be able to know how to defend them if your man isn't home from a criminal. How many times have men kicked in the doors and women are inside by their homes in a home invasion, especially in Philadelphia? I mean, follow some local news channels and see how many women are attacked when they're all alone with no men. And they have to know how to fight. They have to be brave. They have to be brave. Have a machete. Have something with you at home. I have axes, baseball bats, all kinds of tools. You need to have that. And if someone laughs at you and says that's paranoid, well, those people avoid crime statistics and they avoid the bad news. They say, oh, I don't want to watch the news, it's too depressing. But then those same people will not encourage you to take self-defense or own a firearm. So it's very strange. It is not the job of the government or your husband or anyone else to protect you. They have a duty. You have the social contract with the state, right? You have elected leaders who you hope to represent you. You have faith in your local sheriff. You have faith in God, but you also have to have faith in yourself. And when you're all alone and there's a crazy man who's trying to hurt you, or a group of women or anyone else, you have to defend your children, okay? I've seen so much crime happen to women, and I had to be brave for them and protect them, and also protect my brothers and protect my grandpa or anyone else. Strong women make a healthy society. A strong society is a polite society. We have too many men doing bad things to women, and too many women being too afraid to defend themselves. Again, teaching women how to fight isn't teaching them how to be a man, it's teaching them how to be a warrior. The best warriors are women who fight for the protection and sustainment of their family and will do whatever it takes to sustain them. If you encourage women to be soft, you don't teach them how to throw a proper punch, you're not giving them the quick muscle twitch response time that they will need to save their life. Okay? Again, I have seen women get beaten. I have been beaten. I have fought men, and men have, beaten me. I've been jumped by a group of people before. I've been with gunshots. I understand what it means for a woman to be strong when there is no man around. And some men, they can be strong and they can have a moment where they're not strong, and you have to be their shoulder. When they get depressed, when they collapse, when something happens to your man, he has a panic attack, has an anxiety attack, is just overwhelmed with energy. You have to be the rock and the pillar. And there's feminine, masculine types of energy to help you do that. But remember, just because a woman has a job, has money, it talks back to you if you insult her, has her own car, has her own home, doesn't mean she will not be nurturing to her children. The women who are not nurturing to their children are usually women who are into the adult entertainment industry because they've developed a certain psychosis, right? Yes, there'll be exceptions, but, well, I argue it's a very high pattern, okay? There are exceptions to the rule, but a lot of women in the adult entertainment industry get abused, and they don't have a lot of love to give to their children because their mind is filled with dark catacombs of despair, and it clouds the reality around them, and then their children get neglected because the mothers are struggling while trying to offer their bodies to people for money to pay bills, and they're not always available mentally to help their children. So that's why I'm a little harsh on them sometimes. But I'll try to be a little bit more helpful to them so they can find a different career. But again, women, you will not always have a man there. Being strong is not bad. It's not bad to be strong, okay? It's not. I've had to defend myself from men so many times, I couldn't even tell you. And do you know what it feels like to have a man punch you in the face? I'm talking about punch you so hard that you think that your brain is gonna fall out. And you're gonna have to know how to get up, run, or put him in a hold, or where to hit him, or what to grab. You're gonna have to know how to do it quick, with zero hesitation, zero fear. That has to be trained in you. There's instinct. But through a great martial arts teacher, you can learn how to save someone's life, save your own life, and you will never be enslaved to anyone. Countless women are abused by their husbands. Countless women. It's the oldest tradition in this world. Prostitution is the oldest tradition for a job. Men have been beating women since we've been on this planet. Your husbands have beaten their women to where they can't even see their face. Even when in 1920s, Irishmen came across, they got addicted to alcohol, and guess what? A lot of those men, especially on the East Coast, New Jersey, all of them, they would beat their wives, and some of them have miscarriages. Some men will beat their pregnant wives. Ladies, you need to know how to defend yourself no matter what. There is honor and grace in being a warrior of all kinds. Educate your mind. Be free. And the wonderful thing about having your own money and job and career is that if your man abuses you, you can leave. Do not close your doors and become dependent on a man, because if he changes, and men change all the time, they are just as fickle as women, you will be in a very bad situation, and sometimes it takes years. And think about it, ladies. If you don't develop your skills and become independent, a man can abuse you, and then you'll go be stuck in a ghetto, and then while you're working 2 jobs to pay the rent, your kid will be picked on by gang members in bad schools. The life of a single mom is very brutal in America. It's very brutal, especially if you don't have a family and you're on your own and you don't have an education. It's going to be brutal. And certain men make horrible stepfathers. They're horrible stepfathers. You have to know how to fight them, to protect yourself, protect your brain, protect your body, and protect your daughter from an abuser or your son from an abusive other woman in the neighborhood. There's grace and honor, okay? Don't forget, it's not an either or. You can be just as nurturing and be fierce, filled with the flame of glory and filled with the flame of energy. Remember, somebody has to earn your pledge. Someone has to earn your trust. They have to maintain it in order to keep it. You don't transfer and automatically hand your will over to somebody. You better be careful, man. Think about it. There are horses, you get on their backs, if you rode the horse off of a cliff, it would go. Are you that horse? You gonna let somebody put the reins and saddle on you and run you off the cliff? No. Okay? You have to have a certain degree of your own will. God alone is the one you look to. But that doesn't mean that you submit to somebody who wants to dominate you, who talks about other women at work. You don't know how your man acts at work. You don't know his Google search history. You don't know who he follows. You don't know. You really don't know your man. How many women have thought they knew a man after 6 years and then they find out a secret past or something else about him, and or he has some type of genetic mental illness that decides to express itself? Because remember, your genes, in certain environments, your genes will be triggered and certain behavior patterns can arise, right? If you study genetics and you study how mental illness is passed down through generations. The person you married in year 1 can be different than the person you marry in year 6. And if you handed your consciousness over to be puppeted by another person, you are not free and they can make you miserable. Be careful. Be so careful who you give your heart to. Never hand your heart fully over to anyone. All men are faulted, all women are faulted. Your heart should stay inside alone, and your children are more important than your man. All men can be replaced, all women can be replaced. You should learn to love yourself, love your children, and honor God. And then your man is maybe, for me, it's not the most important thing. Okay? That may sound harsh. There's some men out there who will be number 1, number 2, but no one should be above your children. Your children are more important than your man. They really, really are. Okay? Because when your man goes with another woman, your children will be the ones to take care of you and change your diapers when you're old. They'll be the ones to love you and care for you while he's on his 3rd or 4th wife or whatever. Okay? Just keep that in perspective. If you think that you wash the dishes, your food, you clean carpet when he comes home or whatever, and that's going to be sustainable for this economic future we have, for war times, for everything else, there's going to be a problem. Develop your skills. The more free you come, that's how you know if you really love someone, is if you submitted to them while you have your own army, as they say. What's more authentic? A woman who has no skills and can't get a job and only can have babies and only can stay home, and she decides to say she loves someone now, or a woman who has her own house, owns property, owns stocks, has a PhD or a master's or a bachelor's or an associate, has multiple degrees, is a high position in her work, and that woman decides to, be with you, the man will act different because he knows if he treats her bad, she has the ability to leave. When a man knows you'll walk out at any time, his behavior will be quite different than a guy who knows you're stuck and you have nowhere else to go. Men who want women who have nowhere else to go are usually abusers. And you need to watch out for them, no matter how handsome they are, or their eye color, or how they dress, or the words they say, or the rhythm of their speech. No, be free in everything, because men can change. Remember that.